there, I'm Beth and I travel full-time in my 2021 Nuvo van with my cat Apollo. With summer temps creeping up, we've been trying to find ways to cool down. We spent a few days camping near a river, soaking in the shade, and getting some much-needed chill time. But it's clear we needed a better solution. So in today's adventure, we're heading to New Mexico to meet up with friends and install a new AC unit that'll help keep Apollo comfortable and the van way cooler. Thanks for coming along. So as you guys know, I'm full-time in my van. I've had this for about 3.5 years, and I've been traveling full-time for 10 months. And it's never been an issue having, the van in the summer in the past, because it's a hot day, I'll just go hiking somewhere, I'll grab my paddleboard, I'll get out on a lake. Well, now that I have Apollo, I need to think about the temperature of the van at all times. If you saw my video from Louisiana, I'll link it here for you guys. You'll remember I got to Louisiana, horrible rainstorm. I went inside the van and saw that my bed was just covered in water because my AC unit had been leaking. It was nothing to do with actual AC. My bolts needed tightened, so I was actually able to repair that. But the bigger problem with my AC is that it is a 110 volt and it connects to my shore power. So I have my electrical here, and if I want to use my AC, I actually have to plug it in. This is my AC power. And the problem with that is I like to do mainly off-grid travel. You know me, I'm all about wild camping. I hardly ever want to be plugged in. Now, with having Apollo with me, of course I'm going to be safe. Of course I'm going to make sure I'm in a cooler climate, but I also want working AC that can run off my batteries. I have 5 lithium 100-watt batteries that connect to my solar panels up top. Those panels are 400 watts. I need to get something that's like a 12 volt that can connect to my batteries and give me an Apollo cool temps no matter where we travel. I am not an install person like I want to be. I don't really have all the tools to do it. I also just want to have some supervision to make sure I'm doing it correctly, because I've never installed an AC unit, but I know I can do it. I just need some help. And so my friends reached out and they're like, come on over, it'll be fun. We can hang out. We'll help you install the AC. So guys, today we're headed to New Mexico. So not only did I make it to New Mexico, but I actually made it to Neil and Britt's house. So if you don't follow them on YouTube, you should, because they travel in their Nuvo van just like I do, and right now they're actually doing a home renovation. So you might have seen a couple of their latest episodes. They are redoing their home right now and it looks beautiful. I've gotten to see it in person. They've done a lot of work on this property. It's getting hot out here. It's June now and we need some cool air in our van. So me and Apollo have our fingers and paws crossed that this unit can get installed. Look who's with me to help out today. It's Neil and Britt.
Hello.
And behind them is their beautiful home that you have maybe been seeing them renovate on YouTube on their channel, Neil and Britt. Make sure you follow along. But Neil has graciously offered, or his wife has offered, for him to help me install this AC unit today. So what are the chances, do you think, of it working?
We'll see. I think it's like a 99.9%.
Okay. Oh, well, that's
pretty good.
Okay, I'll take those odds. I also want to make note of the fact we're doing an install. It's currently 83 degrees. The high is 85 today, but the high tomorrow is going to be even hotter. So just got the back of the garage all emptied out, and right now we're trying to find certain connections that we're going to need because we're going to have to rerun the electrical. And as my dad and Neil also just pointed out to me, I apparently hit a tree up there. There's a little spot. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can see. Yeah, so I've already hit a tree or something with that AC. That's fun. I have laid out the new 12 volt AC unit from OutEquip that they sent for me to install. So we're gonna get started and see what steps we need to complete for this. Oh, and Apollo's here to root us on. Okay, so we're looking for a bus bar.
Bus bars right
Bus
now. We're
bars.
looking to see that they have a positive and negative bus bar in here, because
Okay.
then this install is quick and easy.
Okay. Also, a little side note, my Starlink, which you guys know I have drug a few times, I was turning my van around in their driveway to make it easier because I stayed here last night and actually drug my Starlink behind me yet again. So I looked in my rear view mirror and saw something white behind me and I was dragging it, and it seems to be working.
And then they come back out right here. So I think you might have bus bars behind the wall, which is a very strange place for them. Your batteries coming to here, fuse out, and then coming into your Lynx distributor. Negative, same thing. So we'll pop this cover off and check out, because I guess that's where they're running everything off of.
So the new ones have both?
Yeah, new ones, we have a Lynx distributor, but we also have bus bars, just for easy addition to 12 volt.
Because it doesn't look like there's any extra.
See, and that's why they use the exterior. That way you can add things and you have space.
So for people that have a Victron system, what did we just figure out? Well, I say we, you figured out.
It was a really dumb moment on my part. Been in a rig with a Victron system for a year, and I completely forgot that in the whole Victron universe world, they had the multi-plus system, which is your inverter / converter, but it also has the bus bars in there.
Oh, okay. Good. I also am glad I picked such a nice, cloudy, cool day to do this. Neil's very happy with me right now. Thank you, Neil, for your help with this.
It's gonna be a little bit warm on the roof. At least it's
Yeah.
a white van.
Okay, so we figured out something new.
Yep, figured out how they ran the system here.
Okay.
This is why I like running my own systems and not looking at other people's. But so they went into, everything coming from your batteries, DC charger, solar, whatever. It's coming in here into your Lynx distributor. Coming in here. Here's your output. And we actually just traced, and they actually went in, and they actually have the bus bar behind in here in your fuse panel. So
I'm glad my Starlink wires could be in the way to make it nice and easy for you.
yeah, good place. Good place.
Also, we turned off all the electrical on here.
Yes,
So
that's the first and
that's
most
the
important
first thing
step.
we did.
We're in business. We have a
Yay.
bus bar.
Okay, so what does it look like so I know what a bus bar is?
For example, on this
The
right
silver
here,
ones?
you see you have your positive right here and negative. You'll see you got your red cables and your black cables on the back side.
Okay.
So right here
That's
is
bus
one
bar.
row, and then right here is one row.
Oh,
well,
okay.
technically 2 rows, but you know what I mean.
All right, guys, good morning. It is day 2, and I think take 5 on trying to do this project. So we ran into some issues yesterday. What we thought we were going to be able to use on my circuit panel here is actually not going to be able to be used, because you have to, like, this load right here has a max of 100 amp. The unit that I'm installing runs about 80 amps, and so just because of everything else that's on there, we're like, okay, we definitely need a bus bar. So looking into that, the way that the original vans were designed, there's not a bus bar accessible. So we looked more into it. I say we, Neil looked more into it. And on my Victron Lynx distributor, you can actually add on the end of that to maximize that with more bolts. So we ordered those. We overnighted them with Amazon for an 8 a.m. delivery today. Really hoping Amazon got the right parts for us, and that's all that we need, because today it's supposed to be 90 degrees, and so we have to install this sucker out here in the middle of full-on sun today. And okay, we're gonna really be praying that this time it works. What do you think? We'll see. Okay, so we unscrewed this. I took the bolts out. We just got the bottom panel disconnected from the electrical. Now we're gonna go up top, lift the unit up and out, and then it will be off my van. Justin, thank you for helping get the AC down.
Of course, that's what I'm here for.
How are you feeling day 2 of this project, Neil?
Confident now, because we actually kind of have an understanding of the system layout and what we needed, so I think we'll have it done here short time, just as soon as we get all this stuff out here. Justin, when you see this, you'll understand why all the good van builders say you must put lap sealant on here.
No, I thought you meant on top. Yeah, okay, it's on the bottom of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason I figured out on the top.
Yeah, they didn't do any around here. So, this is so compressed. Look at it. It's flat.
Yeah.
And this one includes pegs that go around, so
yeah.
it can't compress and destroy it. So it only allows it to compress enough to watertight it. Yeah. Which is the first time I've seen a company include those, which is pretty cool.
Look at this. Look at this just coming up here. Oh, that's satisfying.
I wish this side was doing that.
Oh my gosh, it's going all the way around. Stop. Gonna try this. When you're a girl, you might not have alcohol, but you have nail polish remover. It's worth trying. Doing a trip to Tractor Supply for more supplies.
Mineral spirits.
Mineral spirits. Got it. Some hot dogs for lunch. Those are good too. Here we go, and up. Yay, it's up on the roof. Okay, so now we're putting the foam down around the opening, getting ready to sit the AC down on top and get it fitted inside. Then you're gonna take the pegs and put them in the individual holes around the perimeter of your gasket. These foam blocks you're going to use to be like a stable support system. So we put a long one back here, cut one of these in half, and we're doing one of them on this side. The other we're going to set over here on this side, so the sides and back are all supported. And then doing a nice thick coat of lap sealant all the way around, just to make sure everything is waterproof tight. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how fun are you having with this project now on day 2 in the afternoon when it's 90 degrees?
I mean, it could be worse, but it definitely could be better.
Could it be? Could it be though? I think the hot dog brought it up one on my book.
Gave us another positive notch.
Another positive notch. Next step is putting the inside foam up into the opening. The lap sealant is drying up top, so we're going to get the electrical going. Unfortunately, we couldn't run the wiring through the bottom of the actual AC unit. We're going to have to do a hole, get that covered, and run the wiring through the roof, which is a bummer, but it is what it is at this point. And we have a good way to make that look nice. So that's also arriving on Amazon later tonight. But we're gonna drill a hole right now. And what are you doing with the hole?
Running all our wires, and hopefully we'll be able to tuck it behind here, this panel, and then up along that panel, and then out the new roof access port that we put in. So it'll be all hidden and look good.
He hit a screw. I'm like in the corner, just a little corner here, but he hit a screw in the top corner of the cabinet, so he's grabbing a flat screwdriver. This video better perform really well. Oh, there you go. You got it.
This sucks because we're kind of at like an angle right here.
Yeah.
That was a 2.5, so yeah.
It fits.
So it's like a 2 1/4.
Okay. Nice. Neil, you did it.
That's one step.
The This is probably the 100th time we've gone up and down the ladder today. But we are ready to put it on.
It is ready.
And I love how it's white, matches my van. Now we get to install the actual little display for the control unit. Right? Is that the right thing that I'm saying?
I think that's, yeah, the control
Okay.
unit.
The control unit. Okay. This one is gonna go here. Okay, so
I don't know
we're
what the-
adding a fuse to our Lynx distributor on the Victron.
Yeah, that is what we're doing. Well, essentially we're adding a stud, so we have another place to connect to, because we could use these right here.
Okay.
Those are technically open. Yeah, it only comes with 4, but this is kind of a hack that I found online. You can use these, but they actually have this right here that removes at the end of the Lynx distributor.
So we added on this side the extra bolt with the fuse coming off of here. We've connected our negative grounding
Yeah, it's your negative. Yeah.
cable, and then our positive charge is now connected to our new fuse. So we're running the Anderson and all the cabling. So we got the flange and everything up there finally. Took a little bit of some longer screws, but we did it. Now to connect the Andersons for power.
It has power, it's beeping.
It's beeping. It worked. Please work. Yes.
In Celsius, you have to change it with the remote.
So we finally got it working and installed. The only thing we have to get is a new remote because the remote control is not working, but here we go. It's gonna power on.
It is quiet. The AC that you guys hear is my AC.
Yeah, yeah. He's got it on the back.
Running.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's been running. Yeah.
Oh, I feel it.
It's just so quiet.
It's so cold. So this is on low. You can hear how quiet that is, or can you hear
That's
it?
like medium.
Oh, that's medium.
2 bars. Yeah, 3 bars. That's insane.
My Max Air fan is a lot louder than that. Okay, there's low.
So that's the low setting right there.
That's crazy.
Less than a fan.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. It's so cold. Feels so good.
Or during the day.
Guys, look at my settings right now. It's pulling 462 watts. It's saying I have 13 hours and 56 minutes. That's crazy.
Now Justin just turned it down to low. Let's see when it gets down.
Okay, mind you, we have the back doors open right now, and it's almost 90 degrees here.
Wow, that's impressive.
Look
And
at
again,
that.
it's going to drop when it gets the temperature.
Yeah,
And this is on low.
yeah, and it's not at temperature.
That's crazy.
So you're probably going to drop like another 100, 150 watts of power use.
I feel like a high roller right now.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, I definitely are going to have to get one of these.
All right, well, I sold the old unit since the new one is on here, and it's getting picked up today. Thank you, Facebook Marketplace. It's Jesus, right? Yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, well, hopefully you'll enjoy this. Do you have a rig already?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix up it's a small RV. It's a 2016 Forest River,
Okay.
but it came out. It's a fixer-upper,
Yeah.
and the AC unit is missing basically.
Well, this
And
is a good
hopefully
one.
This is
Yeah.
something I can just put in there. And
Just get help lifting it.
yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Okay, I'll help you load this up. Thank you. After we got the unit installed, I took off across New Mexico through southern Colorado, Utah, and up through Nevada. We were chasing cooler temps, rivers, and green woods. Me and Apollo are headed up towards cooler weather. We got the AC all installed. It's all working. Don't want to be in areas that are 90 degrees no matter what. So we are headed up north, and I just found the perfect spot to pull over and make my lunch. I have to show you guys this. And look, I made this yummy like feta, garbanzo bean, cucumber, olives, and tomato little lunch. And then just have the lake, and I'm watching like fish jumping in the water right now. So we finally made it out of the heat of New Mexico, and guys, we're in Oregon right now, which means we have beautiful cold temperatures during the night and warm temps during the day. So me and Apollo are loving our new air conditioning. It has been so good just to be able to know I can keep the van cool with him and I can go on my hikes. I don't have to worry about him anymore. He is in a nice climate, stable environment, and he loves it. So the nice features about this air conditioning, even though it was a pain in the butt to install for a couple reasons, just the build on my van, we had some issues with it, but then secondly, the unit itself, we had to retrofit a little bit to make it work. But once it was installed, even though it took some time, it is so worth it. So on this is not only an air conditioning, but I also have a heater. And they always say you should have 2 sources of water, 2 sources of heat, especially when you're traveling full time. The mosquitoes here are no joke. They're like hovering crazy. And so even though I have my S-bar heater on my rig right now, I actually get the opportunity to use this as a backup heater if I need to. So definitely not a bad spot to camp in, especially when you have the river on this side of you and so I have the river and meadow on this side, and then I have my campsite over here. My campfire I'm gonna do tonight, I'm just gonna do that looking over at the river and just kind of have a relaxing, peaceful day. There are a lot of things I love about living on the road, but setting up camp next to the sound of a river, that's way up there on the list. There's something about it that slows everything down. The rush of the water, the coolness of the trees overhead, it feels like the world gives you permission to pause for a while. One of the first things I always do is prep the firewood. Even if I won't light it till later, I like knowing it's ready. A little piece of smaller pieces tucked off to the side, future warmth waiting to happen. There's something really special about this spot. Spring is just exploding all around me, the kind of green you only get this time of year when everything feels fresh and awake. Wildflowers popping up in places that were probably snow-covered just weeks ago. It's all so alive. But spring in Oregon also means mosquitoes, and they are definitely here to remind me I'm not alone out here. After wandering for a while, maybe close to an hour, I could feel the sun getting higher, the air thickening just a bit. I knew what I needed, a cold plunge. I love doing these. They're tough, but so worth it. There's a real mental shift that happens when you ease your body into freezing cold water. It forces you to breathe, to focus, to get really present. I don't go in for long, maybe 10 seconds, but that 10 seconds is enough to reset everything. It's uncomfortable in the best way. Your feet go numb almost instantly and your brain lights up like, whoa, what are we doing right now? But then just as quickly, there's this rush of calm. Your heart slows, your body adjusts, and suddenly you're in it, and it's beautiful. After the plunge, I let the sun do its thing, drying off slowly on the riverbank, feet in the grass, just soaking it all in. There's a stillness here that I don't take for granted, and even with the bugs and the cold water and the sweaty setup, days like this are exactly why I chose this life. Here is my remote control for the AC unit. With this, I can change my settings for heat mode. I can also change it to Fahrenheit. Right now it's on Celsius as the default, and I've had to learn how to convert that. But there's also a timer on here, eco mode, sleep. There's a light you can turn on up above on the unit. Like, so many nice features that I am extremely happy with this. After that hike and all those mosquitoes and just being sweaty and hot, like I'm all itchy right now, but this air feels so good. I don't know if you guys can even hear it. It is on the lowest setting possible right now, but you can hardly hear it. It's that quiet, and that's what I love. My old unit, I would have to like yell to try to like hear somebody else in my van. Those mosquitoes got me so bad. I don't even know if I want to stay here tonight. They are horrible. I knew coming up to Oregon with all the snow that they've been getting that there was the chance of mosquitoes, but I really was trying to get out of 90 degrees. I don't know what's worse, 90 degrees or swarms of mosquitoes. So I guess I should say we are super impressed with the OutEquipPro 12 volt AC. I mean, look at him. He just wants to lay here in the air. It feels so good. And I can tell you that we are going to have so much fun this summer doing exploring together and spending time in the outdoors. And I'm going to feel really, really good knowing that my van is temperature controlled for this little guy. And that when I get back from a long hike, it's going to be nice and cool and I can sleep comfortably at night. And we can go in areas that we never would have been able to before. So I'm looking forward to a lot more summer adventures. Evenings are easily one of my favorite parts of being at camp. After a full day of driving, exploring, and maybe getting a little too much sun, this is when things finally slow down. I get the fire going, and there's something so grounding about that first spark catching. The soft crackle of the wood settling in feels like a signal to breathe and just be still for a while. I'm not the biggest fan of the smoke. It always finds my face no matter where I sit, but it helps keep the mosquitoes away, so I call that a win. Something about sitting by the fire always makes me reflective. It's a quiet that feels expansive, like it makes space for your thoughts to stretch out. And tonight, I just feel grateful. Not because everything's perfect. It never is. There are still hot days, Starlink and install issues, and plenty of little frustrations. But I've got family and friends I love. I've got Apollo, who's the best travel buddy I could ask for. Most of all, I get to wake up in places that take my breath away. Places that remind me how much beauty there is in this world if you take the time to notice. Van life isn't always easy, but it's rich. Full of growth, grace, and quiet nights like this, with Apollo curled up nearby and the stars beginning to shine, I never want to take this for granted.